Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 503. And on that windy day, we are just finishing this beautiful walk around Keeloges on the top of that flat hill that's beautifully carved by the glacier. There's actual lake, and I was there. I actually took a dip in the cold waters of that lake last summer, so you can dig it out, or I will link it in the blog post, my previous blog write-up about Keeloges. But I decided to take Julian and Elizabeth today for that walk. I'm not sure how much you can hear me because the wind is terrible, but we managed to do that again dry without much rain. There was a little bit of drizzle for a couple of seconds, but nothing major. Elizabeth and Julian are there. Yeah, so I decided to record this short 1.5 minutes, and the rest I will keep at home. I'll be back shortly. Hello and welcome back. It's still Saturday and it's evening. As you can see, it's already past the sunset, so we are at dusk. Naturally, it's gloomy still, fairly thick cloud cover above Ireland, with some patches of clearance, I would say, but in general very cloudy. And despite the forecast, there were spells of drizzle from time to time, but we were fortunate to complete our hike near Keeloges with Elizabeth and Julian, and we did a decent distance, especially if you consider that almost half of it was an ascent, and then obviously when we were returning it was descent, but the ascent makes it a much more difficult walk, or much more exhausting or demanding. So not only we were going uphill for about, I think, 2.5 kilometers, almost 3 kilometers. Yeah, let's say 2.5 up to 3 kilometers uphill, then a little bit of even ground, or I would say low ascents and low descents, because it was already at the fair level, and then we returned. So not only it was 7.2 kilometers, but also quite demanding most of the time. So it was a really enjoyable walk. We had maybe a couple of minutes of drizzle, but very little drizzle, not even enough to make us wet. So to make us wet, but the rest of it was just dry. It was a bit windy and cold at times, but it was a very nice walk, very nice family walk, and we really enjoyed it. And I think the guys also enjoyed the views because they were never there, and I was there once. I got where we went, and then I climbed the Keeloges just to get to the top and check that lake. There is a lake actually atop of Keeloges hill, and it's amazing because it's so high up. There is a valley below it where there are houses, etc. And if that lake would spill, and it probably will spill at some stage in the next couple of hundreds, maybe 1,000 years, but obviously we won't be there. But it's amazing that so much water is held just above people's houses and the huge valley where people just live normal lives, and barely anyone visits there. So it was cool to just undress completely, the same way we were created, and just dip in that water back last year. And I want to repeat it, but obviously today we didn't do the climb because it requires proper shoes and it's a bit messy due to the boglands, etc. There is no trail up there, so we only used the regular trail and did the family walk. So that was the highlight of the day, and nothing else really happened. So I'm now at the car park of the grocery store. I want to pick a couple of things, make a dinner, and settle down for the evening with the family. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow is expected to be wet and rainy. I don't know how it will go, but if I find any spot or potential area where I could go and leave the guys at home so they can enjoy their time together, and I will do the solo hike maybe, then I will do it. In the meantime, stay safe. Have a great rest of the day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode.